So, I've seen this take a lot, and you probably have too, that Rock Lee would have been a better protagonist than Naruto. This being because, while Lee had no talent in ninjutsu or genjutsu, under the tutelage of Guy Sensei was able to grow his strength in taijutsu and stand with the best of them, so people see him as a bigger underdog. Yeah, this take is absolute dog water. And let me just say, I thought it was bad before, but when I actually started thinking about it when planning for this video, I realized it was an even worse take than I originally thought. Now, to show you why Lee would be a worse protagonist, I will be going through the traits and history of the characters Naruto Uzumaki and Rock Lee, and then comparing them and poking holes in any reason why someone would think that Lee would be a better protagonist.
Backstory.
Alright, first starting off with backstory, we'll go over Rock Lee. Now, Rock Lee during his time in the academy was dead last. He had no talent for ninjutsu or genjutsu, and he was mediocre when it came to taijutsu. Even though he was bottom of the class, he was able to graduate by the skin of his teeth. He then joined Team Guy along with his classmates turned teammates, Tenten and Neji Hyuga. Their class is Rookie of the Year, and a genius who believes stoutly in destiny. Being in the same team with Neji, Lee felt he had something to prove, so he constantly challenged him and was constantly beaten by him. Being constantly beaten made Lee feel he had to train harder. He trained 3 times as hard as everyone else to make up for his disposition, though at a certain point he had begun to feel that that wasn't even enough. But that's when his sensei, my guy, came to him and told him that while he wasn't a genius in terms of skill, he was a genius of hard work. He then trained him to become a master of taijutsu and the 8 gates, giving him a path to becoming a splendid ninja. Naruto's mother, the former Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails, was attacked while she was vulnerable, while she was giving birth. She was attacked and the Nine Tails was set free. Naruto's father, the 4th Hokage, would then battle the Nine Tails, sacrificing his life in the act of sealing the beast into the infant Naruto. Even though the 4th had wished for Naruto to be hailed as a hero, the now orphaned boy would be shunned by his village, as he was feared as a demon. That fear and resentment passed from the parents to the children, and Naruto was isolated and resented, having no idea why. Though because of this resentment, Naruto aimed to become Hokage, the most powerful ninja of the village, so that everyone would have to stop disrespecting him and acknowledge him as a strong shinobi. A goal only strengthened when his sensei reached out to him and put his life on the line for him.
Goal.
Rock Lee's goal was to become a splendid ninja, even though he had no talent for ninjutsu or genjutsu. Naruto's goal is to one day become Hokage and earn the village's respect, in spite of being the Jinchuriki of the Nine-Tailed Fox.
Hurdles.
Rock Lee has no talent for ninjutsu or genjutsu. Has a demon sealed inside of him, is seen as a demon, and is an orphan.
Breakdown.
So now that we've gone through the respective characters' backstories, goals, and obstacles, let's get into the debate of which was better protagonist material. Now off rip, I'm gonna nip something in the bud right now. Rock Lee can use jutsu. He has chakra and he was not born not with it, or he has chakra and he wasn't born without it. He wasn't born with something that made him so he couldn't use jutsu, he's just bad at it. My guy in the manga says that Lee has no talent for ninjutsu or genjutsu. No talent. Even in the anime, he says no ninjutsu or genjutsu skills, but he never states that he physically cannot use chakra or use jutsu. The 8 gates is literally opening up limiters throughout the chakra network. He is literally just bad at it. And you know who else was bad at using jutsu? Naruto. First episode, first chapter, we hear how he failed the graduation test. We even see for ourselves how he sucked with clone jutsu. That's why it was a big deal when he pulled off the shadow clone jutsu. I say all this as it seems that a lot of the fandom genuinely thinks that Lee does not have the ability to use jutsu, but in truth, he just sucks at it. Hence why he focused on taijutsu. Heck, Tenten sucks at chakra control. Is she all of a sudden a better candidate for main character than Naruto? By the way, I'm getting that information from the Perfect Day for a Wedding novels, which, canonicity aside, my point still stands. And if you want to say, oh, but Lee trains harder. Yeah, we've seen Naruto train hard as butts. He trained all night, to the point of exhaustion, to learn the Shadow Clone Jutsu and the Rasengan, which took multiple nights. We've also seen him put his life and body on the line, like during his training for the summoning jutsu and his training at the waterfall, when he was going up against the 9-tailed friggin' demon fox, who was also an important point as to why Lee actually had more advantages than Naruto. Naruto was an orphan with a demon inside of him that got him ostracized by the village, who also struggled during school and pulled pranks as a desperate cry for attention because of his loneliness. Lee also sucked at school and was bullied. Do these situations seem even in the same league? Whose story is sadder? Who do you want to root for more? For me, it's Naruto. Sure, Lee was put down by others for his ineptitude, but Naruto was also put down for his ineptitude and his very existence. And maybe you want to make it seem like Lee struggled some more by saying he had no parents or something, but there was no hard proof of that. They were never shown, but I mean, that doesn't really prove that they were dead. Though maybe I'm wrong and you have something more than speculation. Even still, dead parents, dead last, and a demon trumps just parents being dead and just dead last. And some of you might also say, well, Naruto's dad was Hokage and he was Ashu's reincarnation. And to those people I say, so what? Minato being Hokage did nothing for Naruto, especially since he was dead and their relation was kept a secret, to protect Naruto from the threat of Minato's enemies. And as for Ashu's reincarnation, he didn't get any special powers or anything from that, so what's the point of bringing it up? I actually decided to do a whole nother video on why the whole reincarnation thing didn't hurt any themes of Naruto, and it actually enhanced them. Oh, another argument might be, but Naruto had huge reserves of chakra. Yeah, chakra that he couldn't control properly, leading to him being dead last. Sure, he could just practice some better chakra control, but so could Lee. And as for Shadow Clone Jutsu, he found a jutsu that fit him, even with his lack of chakra control. Lee could have just found a jutsu that fit him, which he kind of did with the 8 gates. Now, let's talk about their goals. Lee wants to become a splendid ninja, even without being able to use ninjutsu or genjutsu. He then wants to use said strength against those he sees as born with talent, to prove that hard work can even beat out raw talent. Naruto wants to become Hokage, so he won't be seen as a failure, and the people of the village will have to start treating him like he's somebody. This is excluding Jiraiya's dream of wanting peace in the ninja world that he adopts later in Shippuden. Now, Naruto clearly has the higher aspirations, but you could also say that Lee has the more noble dream, due to him having a message within his goal. Now, that being said, Naruto's goal being accomplished would have the same effect as Lee's, but to a greater extent. Naruto being acknowledged is more impactful than if Lee is. If Naruto becomes Hokage, that's a bigger inspiration than simply becoming a strong shinobi, due to the weight of the position, being that the Hokage is the head of the village. Now, let's run through the points, shall we? Naruto has a more tumultuous backstory, more obstacles to overcome, and a stronger resolve with bigger goals. Heck, he even has more drip. Yes, I said it. Naruto's normal suits, his Sage Mode cloak, his chakra modes. Can't nobody say Naruto ain't been dripping throughout this series. And what does Lee got? A skin-tight green jumpsuit and a bowl cut. Cosplaying as a freaking cucumber over here. Now let's talk about impact. Lee ain't pulling no talk no jutsu like Naruto can. People like to joke about talk no jutsu, but there are moments in Naruto where that just hits the hardest. Lee's just beating the opponent and then talking about how he's weak and now he's strong through his hard work. It'll pretty much be the same each time. Not him relating and reaching out to his opponents like Naruto does. Maybe if he had changed around the villains that were once weak and then did bad things for strength, but I mean, that probably wouldn't hit as hard as the themes that we actually see in Naruto with the villains. I mean, heck, maybe not even with Neji would Lee be able to reach out to the same extent as Naruto. I mean, sure, he wants to prove something to him the most, but Neji's been in the squad with Lee, has seen his development up close, but he still didn't change his tune. Maybe it was because he still deemed Lee weaker than himself that he didn't change his philosophy, and if Lee defeated him, maybe that would have led to Neji having a change of heart. Though I think the combination of Naruto relating to Neji while being marked, the realization that Naruto's signature jutsu was a derivative of his worst jutsu, and him getting his skull rocked are what got him to change. Of course, he would have also been told the truth of his father's death, but even with that, we know how much Neji took Naruto's message to heart, as in the Sasuke retrieval arc, we see him say that Naruto was the one who had rescued him from the darkness. Side note, while reading through the manga to check my information, I cannot stop getting chills. Naruto is an amazing manga and anime, and I just love the series. But to wrap this all up with the points I've established, it should now be clear to you why Naruto is an easy pick for the better candidate of Protagonist. And after you leave this video, remember one thing, and that is whiskers over bushy brows any day. Bye.